Welcome to another episode of Quarantine Cakers. And today we are making something that is so delicious, and it's the cheating way, because we're not going through the whole rigmarole because we haven't got time for that. But we're making cinnamon rolls. Oh my goodness, like when we made it, we took the pictures. So you guys are in for a treat. It saves you a whole lot of faffing around. It isn't the authentic, pastry way, but listen, these things taste good. So get ready, let's see what we need. And for the actual glaze, we have got 250 grams of icing sugar, 60 mils of milk, and a quarter of a teaspoon of salt. So I didn't remember to say, but you will have seen it on the screen, that all those butter for the roll and the filling are all unsalted butter. So it's just reminding me when I mentioned salt, but that's what you've got. So let's get baking. Then for the filling, we will need sugar, which is 124 grams of sugar, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, ground cinnamon, and 85 grams, 85 grams of melted butter. So that's for the filling. Okay, so we're going to make the dough first. We're going to move the filling out of the way. We'll make that in a moment. But for now, we're going to add all of the flour. Come closer, Josh. We're going to make the flour, and this extra bit of flour is the flour just for dusting. So what I said, the 600 grams is what you need. We're just going to make the flour pastry dough bit with these ingredients. So we're going to put all the dry ingredients first. So boys, put the dry ingredients in the bowl. Flour first. Then take my rings off because I'm going to need to help. Don't do it too high in the air because otherwise it will just go over it. Just pour it straight in. Okay, sugar. Then give it a stir. Okay, get that mixed around. Thank you. Right. And then what I need you to do is put the wet ingredients in. We've got our 450 mils, but we're not going to do all of that. So what we're going to do is definitely we're going to use all the butter. So we're going to put all the melted butter in. Careful, do it too fast and it's just going to get everywhere. So put all of the melted butter in first. That's it.
Oh, that is butter. I thought it was lemon.
Yes, butter. And then we're going to let's add most of that milk because we definitely will need most of it. Okay, now just stir that in. It will be a little bit wet. Careful, don't do it too aggressively. Step closer. Okay, hold the bowl tight. That's it. What we want is a nice shaggy dough. So it's not going to be really neat. Careful, get it all in. All the sides in as well. Okay, now definitely needs a bit more of that milk. We might not need all of it because you don't want it too wet. Okay, Josh, you have a go.
He
doesn't want to do it. There's some bits of cooking and baking that they don't like when it's too... Okay, that's it.
I don't mind it.
Right, so we can see... So when you're doing the... It's important to get around the sides. Where the boys like mixing in the centre, but you do need to get the sides. And the good thing about this dough is because we're not using the traditional yeast method, we don't have to wait for it to prove and all of that faffing about. So now we've got a shaggy dough. Can you see that? So it's now time to start getting that ready to mix. I'm going to add a little bit because there's still bits of dry around the sides. So just, whoops, that was a little bit more than I wanted. Because you don't want it too wet, but you do want to kind of get all the dry flour from around the side. So what I'm trying to do, which is what the boys were having a bit of difficulty, which is why I took over as a traditional mom, take over, is get a lot of that pastry from around the side. So can you see that? Now we're ready to start rolling. So before you start rolling, what we're going to do is put a bit of flour on the surface. So just sprinkle some flour on the surface, AJ.
Like I'm going to do this one. Can't even coming out.
Be careful, not too high in the air, just... Okay. Right, that's enough. And then what we're going to do, can you see we didn't use all of that milk? That's 450 mils, we definitely didn't need all of it. Just depends on the humidity in your house. So, hoping you can't hear our fan because it's boiling hot here. Don't know what it's like where you are. Tell us in the comments when you're replaying what the weather was like. Right, so now we're just going to pop that onto the table and we're going to get ready to mix. Okay, whoops, not all of it come out. Okay, right, it will look really messy and though it's not fully ready, but that's what you want, that's the look that you want. So AJ, what we're going to do is we're going to put it together with our hands. Joshua, you don't want to touch it? You want to roll it out? You don't want to do any of it? Why?
It's not like milk or butter.
It doesn't like milk or butter. Joshua won't be tasting them today, I guess. Joshua is not interested. It doesn't look appealing. So, okay, we haven't got time to play with it. So we're just trying to get all of the flour over it to make it not sticky anymore.
I thought you were just trying to put
No, we're trying to make it into a dough that we can work with. Okay, that's it. We don't want to knead it too much because if we over knead it, what happens is it will not be soft. It will just get tough. Okay, so we're just trying to make it a little bit smoother. And what we want to make is a dough of about 14 inches by about 10 inches. So the long side, the 14-inch side will be this way and the short side will be that way. So, Joshua, you're not going to help with this part? At least, yes? Okay, thank you. So let's sprinkle the dough. This is a really quick recipe. You've noticed we haven't even needed to have a break. It's so super quick. So just roll, that's it. Press hard. That's it. Right, lovely. Again. Great. Okay. So in between, we're going to keep now. Joshua, what I want to try and make is a longer end. So I want you to try and knead this way and like that. And the dough is nice and springy. Okay, so try and knead that way. That's it. That's it. And now AJ, you're going to help a little bit. Oops.
So I still do that way?
We want up as well because we've got to get 14-inch wide but also long. 10 inches long. This is what's going to make our rolls. Okay. So in between each roll, you might need to flour it again. You can tell it's not sticking because it's moving around, so that's good. Okay, a bit more that way. Lovely, I love it, boys. You're doing so well. You're doing so great. Yeah, a bit more. You want a rectangle, not too thin. I think we've kind of got it, boys. So it kind of looks like, let's just move over a bit. Like that. Like a carpet of dough. You want it as straight as you can. You don't get it perfect, but that way. So what we're going to do now is we're going to wash our hands a bit because they're a bit mucky. So we're going to go and wash our hands and then we're going to make the filling. Okay? I'm going to disturb this pastry here that's already rolled out. We're just going to leave it there. And we've got our sugar, our cinnamon, and our melted butter. So we can you add that to
This one?
Yep. And then add the melted butter. Yeah, if you are not a dairy person, it does look really gross.
It really does look like
It does look gross. If you're not a dairy person, it's a lot. It's a lot of things. So this is going to be what you are going to fill your cinnamon roll with. So we're just going to stir that. Can you stir that? Carry on stirring.
Looks like what's in this shop.
Okay. And that is going to be what we spread in. So you don't want it to be too runny. So when we're taking it out, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that it's fully mixed and also just kind of not spread just the oil. So we're not going to pour it on. I'm going to show you how I want to do it, Age. So we're just going to do it like this in kind of rows like that, yeah? Can you see that?
As easy as it looks.
It's not as easy, is it?
Try to put more in the right gaps.
Yeah, just want to get it all out there. Okay, so what we're going to do is get it all out there and then we're going to spread it across. So I'm going to put this on time lapse so it doesn't take up too much of your precious time. So you can see it's nicely filled. So before we roll, I'm just going to explain. I've left this little bit because we're going to use it to brush the outside of the rolls before we pop them in the oven. So what we're going to do with the rolling, AJ, you're going to have to do really nice and tight. But what we're going to do is we're going to start from this end. And so no, we're going to start from the long end, sorry. And we're going to roll as tight as possible. So I'm going to start it off for you. And basically we want a really nice tight roll because this is how we get our swell. Okay. So really nice and tight. Okay. Go on then, you can roll that side. Tight. Turn it over. That's it. Again. Roll. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. Lovely. It's all oozing out at the end there. Wonderful. So now we have our roll.
Looks like a sausage roll.
And we're going to cut it now. Now I have a dough cutter, but it doesn't have to be a dough cutter. It can just be anything really sharp and straight. And as we cut them, we're going to put them into our grease proof dish, but we're going to spray it with vegetable oil of some sort. If you haven't got that, just use a pastry brush and but this is just the easiest way to do it, and this just makes sure it won't stick. So I'm going to do one. I'm going to take off the end. That one may not be a full roll, but when you cut it, it won't look perfect and it will look quite small, but when they all go together they open up. So we're just going to do it around 1.5 inches wide, and we want our rolls like that. That's a lovely roll. You won't be able to tell how lovely. So you're going to leave a little bit of space in between each one. I'm going to do these 3, AJ, you're going to do the rest. Okay, and as you cut it, you just need to make sure you open your rolls up, okay? Like that. So I'm going to put them down.
Yeah, how do you tell us? Oh, is it inch?
Yeah. Put that down. Sharp. That's it. Get up. That's it. Open it up a bit.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
Oh.
Nice sharp cut. That's it. Put it over this as soon as possible because it's dripping.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong thing.
Yeah, put it over and then squeeze it open. That's it. That's it. Nice rolls.
Thank you.
Lovely. That's it. Fabulous. Wonderful. That's it. Right, and we should just be able to get 3 or maybe, yeah, let's try and get 3 out of it. They might be a little bit shorter. Yep. That's it. Wonderful. Fabulous. Wonderful. Do the other side. That's it. Great, so this is what it looks like. And before we put it in, what we're going to do, as I said, is we're going to use the remainder and anything that's seeped out onto the table. We're going to use that to brush our rolls before we pop them in the oven. And they will bake on gas mark 4 for about 20 to 30 minutes. So I'll put the exact time on there, but you do need to check that they're cooked before you obviously take them out, and they will be golden brown. You'll tell when they're done. They won't, I think it's more 30 minutes than 20 minutes, I would say, just to give you an idea. But don't take them out too early because you need them to be fully cooked and soaked so you don't get food poisoning, but also you can enjoy them more. So we're going to put it on time lapse while we just dust these or paint these with the cinnamon paste. Okay, so we're back now in the final stages and we're going to make the glaze. So we've got our 250 grams of icing sugar, 60 mils of milk and a pinch of salt. People make these with cream cheese, butter, you know, whatever you like, but this is our version and we liked it very much. So do you want to put the milk into the icing sugar and the salt?
That's sugar.
Give it a good mix round. Teaspoons, half teaspoon of salt.
I thought that was flour.
It's icing sugar. So just going to give it a good stir and it'll form a nice glaze. Get all from the sides. That's it. When you stir, try and get everything from the sides. That's it. And stir it in. Oh, it looks delicious. The glaze, honestly, to me is the best bit. I love it so much.
Oh, yes.
Get all the sides. We stop doing the whisking. Come around the camera. I don't know why you always end at the other side of the table, on the corner. Okay. Lovely. They love a good whisk, these boys. Poor Joshua, he actually has gone to lie down. I don't think he felt very well at all. To be honest, this room is pretty warm. Since we've become homeschoolers, this room has got like 4 computers in it, so we have to have the fan on all the time. Then I have to start having the door open. But that looks delicious. Everybody look at this glaze. Whoa. So you can just stir it and leave it. The cinnamon buns are still not finished. When it's finished, we are going to put this on while it is relatively warm still. And that's why we've made it ahead of time so that it's ready to go once our buns are complete. See you in a bit. We are back, and if you could smell, it's actually like, it's just too much. It's all too much. But we have our glaze here, and so I'm just going to show AJ how it's done. But basically, you're just going to use the glaze, and you're just going to, in a kind of zigzag motion, just drizzle it along the top. So I'm just going to show him how to do that right now. Very warm still, so I'm just going to bring it over, and I'm literally going to do this. Okay, so have a go, darling. So we're doing this while it's warm, and then we're going to do it again when it's cooled down a bit so that it settles, but this is going to drizzle and soak straight into it. Wonderful. Wonderful. It looks so delicious. Just get that drizzle, baby. Oh my gosh. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. Can we just have some appreciation? I'm just going to use this. It's still really, really warm. And just show you. Oh, so hot. Oh my gosh. Oh, delicious. So we are here now, and what I will say is that even though I know you're tempted because they smell delicious and you just want to eat them straight away, because we haven't made them with yeast, the consistency and the texture is definitely too doughy to eat immediately. It will just taste wrong. So let it cool. I know it's tough. Let it cool. But once it's cooled and you drizzle again, honestly, you're just going to be like, this is the bomb diggity. So when it's cool, it means really good. Bomb diggity. He's so young. This is what we used to say when we was a bomb diggity. I don't even know where it comes from. But yeah, so we're going to wait. We're gonna wait. Yeah, it is just so like, oh my god.
Just don't watch it.
How are we gonna resist? Hey, so we are ready to eat this cinnamon roll. So we're just going to. It looks so delicious. Oh gosh, I
want to eat this one. It's drowned.
Gosh.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
This is drowned.
It's drowned in. Oh my gosh. Are you ready? Ready, steady, go. Mm. Oh my gosh. And this isn't even for the cold. Oh god, look.
Sort of 10% though.
Seriously. Well, we sincerely hope you enjoyed it. I mean, even hubby got involved. It was that good. So we will be making more delicious bakes next week. In fact, let's give you a taster of our angel cake. Yes, homemade angel cake. So make sure you click like, subscribe and turn on notifications so that you do not miss another bake. We'll see you next Friday, 1 p.m. on Quarantine Cakers.